And this rain, I can definitely tell, is going to be a bit of a problem trying to get to where I need to go because, oh, I can see it just fine, never mind. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more Mega Skyblock 3. This is episode 12, and if you remember, last time we finished up the XP farm and then explored a couple different islands. This episode, well, we're not really doing much of anything different as per episode-to-episode basis. We are, in fact, going to be exploring other islands, but before we go ahead and get started, I want to show you guys something. So, I got myself potatoes and carrots from the zombie farm in between episodes. Not that it's a huge deal, but considering the fact that that's the only way I have of getting those particular items, well, I guess that's kind of good for me, all things considered. Anyway, this episode, I actually have two different islands of which I want to try to make my way to. One island of which has been here all 3 seasons. The other one was brand new as of last season. So we actually need to go off in this direction in order to make our way to Salem. And I just realized I don't think I needed this many slabs in order to get to the islands that I want to get to this episode. This is actually a little bit overkill. Okay, so I just realized there are some platforms I did not light up. I'll have to do that some other time. Anyway, over there, that is one of the islands that I want to get to. And then over there, actually, it's a lot better if I look away because my crosshairs seem to fade out for some reason. But over to the right side of the screen, we're going to be heading to that island over there as well. This island in particular, that was brand new last season. And then that island over there, that was there all 3 seasons. And in case you're wondering what these 2 islands are, well, I think it's fairly obvious the one that's farther away because it's kind of red. Whereas this one that I'm going to right now may not necessarily be as obvious as to what is. But if you were here last season, you already know what this island is. If you don't, well, I'm going to surprise you guys. And it may not be a huge surprise as we're coming closer to it, but I'm going to surprise you guys anyway in case you don't know what it is. Now, I'm actually really glad that I decided to get this XP farm up and going because, okay, I wasn't actually going to spoil what this island is, but I'm actually going to spoil it now anyway. So we have the XP farm now, which means we can make use of the XP shop. But we can also use the XP farm to be able to use this island as well. And I just realized I think I maybe have gone a little bit too far out. No, actually I think I did fine. You are filled with hope, you feel enchanted. Okay. So, yeah, I've not been to this island as far as this season is concerned. That much is obvious. But if the text that came up was of any indication, this is actually an enchanting island. So I'll actually be able to enchant items inside of this island. And we've got ourselves a diamond. No, not diamond. This is a golden pickaxe. If I can figure out how to pick this up, that'd be great. Can I grab this pickaxe by any means? Maybe not, unless, there we go, I got it. Okay, so let's see. What is this enchanted with? It's got efficiency 2, it's a magical gold pick. I honestly don't see myself using this, but the fact that we have it now is actually kind of nice. So, now we actually have a means to enchant our stuff. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's of any use because this is a skyblock setting, all things considered. But the fact that we now have a place where we can actually go ahead and do that is actually not too bad. And I probably should be using some sort of tool to break these cobwebs. And I actually think a sword is faster than any other means now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we now have access to an enchanting island. So we can actually be able to make some decent tools from here on out. Now, let's see. Where do we need to go? Okay, so it's right over there. I think it's fairly obvious what kind of island that is at this point. Then again, I technically already said that. But yeah, that's the next island that I have planned to go to this episode. And I don't really know if there's anything that's changed on that particular island since the past 2 seasons, but we're actually about to find out. I wouldn't expect there to be too many changes since last season. I honestly don't think this is one of those islands that would be like that. But then again, we're about to actually find out. And let's see, how much further do I need to go? So we don't have too much further to go. Okay, so we just ran out of this stack, and I think I should go out maybe a few blocks more. Maybe a couple blocks more now I'm thinking about it, and yeah, I think we should be good to go ahead and go across now. So as you can obviously tell, it's a nether island. Now, as you may have already noticed, there is a partial nether portal here. I doubt I'm ever going to be able to make the nether portal full. Then again, I don't think the nether portal is all that useful in a skyblock setting, all things considered. But here we are at the nether island. Now, I don't know if there's anything that's different as far as this island is concerned since the last 2 seasons, other than the fact that we've got magma blocks this time. That's the only noticeable change that I see as far as this season is concerned, but it's not really too big of a deal because we've seen magma blocks before on a couple different islands. Now, I'll be completely honest, I wasn't expecting to get done with those 2 islands near as fast as I did. So I actually have another little bit of a plan that I want to try to get through in this episode, and this in question, I don't necessarily know how easy this is going to be to do. I actually have an island that I've been wanting to save for the final island of the series, and unless there are other islands that I should be aware of, and I should probably go around this way to get there. Yep, there we go. Unless there are other islands that I should be aware of, then this island I'm going to go to next will in fact be the final island altogether. So I need to actually double check to make sure that I'm not missing anything before I head over there, because if I'm not missing anything, then I should be safe to go ahead and go over to said island. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and pause the recording right here and go ahead and look into whether or not there's actually more that I need to do. Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I did some looking around. This appears to be the final island that I need to go to. I wasn't fully prepared to have to do this as soon as I did. So something I should probably do is equip myself from some decent armor. Actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and go to the XP farm and see how much iron I can afford. And there's one particular reason why I feel like I need to be able to do this. So let's see, 5 XP for 1 iron ingot. So I can't really do too much, but this will be enough for me to be able to at least make some boots. And as far as the rest of the armor set is concerned, I don't know what I'm going to do. In case you guys are wondering why I'm concerned about armor, there's actually a certain type of mob on this particular island that I want to go to that I am not looking forward to having to deal with. And some of you who remember last season might know what island I want to go to. It's not the same island that I was trying to go to at the end of the previous 2 seasons of this series, because that island doesn't exist anymore. And I'll go ahead and say what island I'm talking about. The island in question was an end island that had chorus fruit on it, and that apparently was generating lag in the previous versions. People were complaining to TGC that it was generating lag. And let's see, yeah, I've got the helmet. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'll be able to have leggings like I was thinking was. Actually, I can have leggings. The problem being they're not going to be iron. So let me go ahead and grab these. It's at least better than having nothing at all. And actually, you know what? I probably could do with just making a fresh helmet. Yeah, I'm just going to make a fresh helmet and hope that helps me out. So yeah, so here's the island that I want to try to get to. This is another type of Ender island. However, this island in particular has shulkers on it. Or at least, from what I remember, it had a few shulkers on it last season. It's highly possible that TGC might have toned down how many shulkers there are on this island, because I had a bit of a difficult time last season, so he might have turned down how many there were. But yeah, right up there, that's where I want to try to get to, and that'll actually end up being the end of the series, or at least the end of the season, because I'll have explored every single island on this world after I get to this island. And I don't know why I decided I wanted to make a 3-wide platform now, because I'm most likely going to end up not needing to. Actually, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get out my poison arrows, which I got from one of my chests. And the reason why I'm pulling this out, because as I mentioned, there's shulkers on this particular island, and all things considered, I should probably start building upwards, because it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough room to just simply turn if I just keep going straight. So, yeah, there are going to be shulkers, as I mentioned, on this island. If I have at least something that'll deal somewhat decent amount of damage to them, I should be fine. Let's see, how much further do I want to go in this direction before I go ahead and make a turn? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go to here. And I don't know why I decided I want to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this rain, I can definitely tell, is going to be a bit of a problem trying to get to where I need to go, because Oh, I can see it just fine. Never mind. And it's going to be nighttime by the time I get there. I know that much. So I do have to be somewhat prepared. I am not prepared in the slightest. I did not bring a sword with me in case there are regular nighttime mobs that spawn. So I'm actually going to go home. I'm going to sleep, hopefully, to get through this rain. And I'll be right back when I've made a little more progress on the stairway up to that island. So, and yeah, by the way, I actually covered this up with slabs because I was tired of having to deal with the lava. So yeah, that happened, I don't know how many episodes ago, but it's been like that for a while. So yeah, I'm going to sleep off the rain, give myself a sword. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back on my way up, and while I was at home, I actually went ahead and made myself a diamond sword because I had 2 diamonds at home, and I figured why not go ahead and use them. Because if I'm going to be taking on a shulker, then, well, might as well bring the best of which I can bring. I can already hear the shulker as of right now, so I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know if the shulker actually knows that I'm here. You need to be careful because one false move and I'm going to be in some serious trouble from that shulker. And I'm saying that shulker, but then again, I don't know how many shulkers are actually going to end up being here. Alright, there we go. We made it. Alright. So, here we go. Shulker is right there. So I think what I can go ahead and do, if I go ahead and prepare my bow. Right, does he even know I'm down here? I don't think he knows I'm down here. Does he know I'm down here in the first place? I don't think he does. Come on, why can't I hit this guy? Alright, definitely don't think he knows that I'm down here. I'm also wasting poison arrows to hopefully be able to hit him. There, I got him. He's poisoned now. Alright, so what I'm going to do as of right now is just wait until the poison on him wears off. Which, to the sound of things, it looks like it did. There we go, I took him out. Alright, that was a little bit nervous-wracking, but it was done. Alright, now, let's see. Is there anything special up here other than maybe some... Okay, so no, there's just ender pearls. There's no elytra, because there was elytra here last season, because this island was brand new as of last season, and we got ourselves a protection book. Not too bad. So, last season, as I probably just mentioned, there was actually a pair of elytra inside of that chest. But there doesn't appear to be an elytra this season, which I can sort of understand why, because this is a void world this time, and one false move and your elytra will end up taking you down into the void. So I can sort of understand why there wasn't an elytra in that chest. But yeah, other than that, this is actually it as far as the map is concerned. So this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off the episode. Now, there's no guarantee this is where I'm going to actually end off this series. And if so, well, this is the end. The reason why I'm saying that is because TGC specifically told me that he had something special planned for me for the final episode, but I honestly did not realize this was going to be the final episode. So I'm going to have to talk to him between now and next week to see if it's even worth putting in this final thing, because if he puts it in and what I actually end up doing takes like 5 minutes, I'm not entirely sure it would be worth doing another episode. But if it takes like 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes, whatever it is he's going to add, then yeah, I'm definitely going to do another episode. But other than that, that is where I'm going to go ahead and end this off. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Stews. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm going to talk with TGC between this episode and next week and see what it is he wanted to do for the final episode, and depending on what he wanted to do, this may or may not be the final episode of the season. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys later.